I'd like to dedicate this video to the late Gene Hackman, incredible actor and public figure. Thank you for all you've done for film and media, Gene Hackman, and may your stars shine bright for a long, long time.
I'll share the love I find with everyone. We'll sing and dance to mother.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Bucket of Brews, a series where we take a more unique and rogue approach to the world of Magic the Gathering arena. This week, we're video time, whatever we're doing here, we're riding with the Shadow of Death behind us, and also in our car. That's what we're doing. We're playing Shadow Ride in Timeless Magic the Gathering arena. In Aetherdrift, we got a cool little vehicle called the Last Ride. It's 1 mana, it's a legendary artifact vehicle, it's a 13/13, it gets -X/-X, where X is our life total. Sorry. And we pay 3 mana to pay 2 life and draw a card, greed ability, and crew 2 to make it a creature. So, God damn it. So essentially this is another Death Shadow body right here in a car. So what we are doing here is testing to see if within a Death Shadow shell, having another set of Death Shadows makes a big difference. So what do we got in this deck? Well, it's a Lore's the Dream Den deck, so you know the deal with her. 3/2, legendary cat for 3 mana. Each permanent in your deck has to have mana value 2 or less. Lifelink, once during each of your turns, you may cast a permanent spell with mana value 2 or less from your grave. Good for what we're doing, because we got a lot of those. So we got the baubles here to feed our delirium for our Dragon's Rage Channeler, which we'll talk about later. We got the Brainstorms to churn through our deck. Stubborn Denial, a nice counter spell in this deck because Death Shadow grows very quickly, and this instantly becomes an instant no-no to you. The Death Shadow, name of the card, name and sake of the deck right there. I got it right. That's the card on the card, but it's not a card. It's a body. It's a literal shadow, the antithesis of death itself. Goddamn. So there. And we got the Fatal Push for removal. The Last Ride we already mentioned. Thoughtseize to get into our opponent's hand and pick out troublesome cards. Dragon's Rage Channeler, as we mentioned before, for the Delirium. The Lightning Bolt for removal and to hit our opponent's face. Sometimes us, just to feed the Death Shadow. Deathrite Shaman, a little bit of ramp, a little bit of graveyard control. Maybe want to gain our life back a little bit before we really kill our opponent. Counter spells to, take care of troublesome spells. I really don't need to explain that. Bitter Triumph for giant creatures and planeswalkers that we need to get off the battlefield. Orcus Bowmasters to trouble or punish for a card draw. Teamer Battle Rage because, as we said, Death Shadow grows really quickly. So, having it at 7, that's like a 5/5, 6/6, and then swing, that's 12 altogether. Drown in the Lock with removal and a counter spell based on our opponent's graveyard. Treasure Cruise, refill our hand from our graveyard, fueled by our graveyard. I'm saying words badly. We're going to move on to the sideboard. In the sideboard, we got Invasive Surgery to counter Show and Tell and get rid of it. Just pull it out of their brain if we have the Delirium. Spell Pierce, take care of other non-creature spells we don't like. Ghost Vacuum for the graveyard. Collective Brutality. Multiple uses out of this card. Picking our hand for their hand for an instant sorcery. -2/-2 to a creature. Gain 2 life, lose 2 life. Ancient Grudge for troublesome artifacts. Kulligan's Command, same thing. Also discard our opponent's hand to our opponent's hand. Return a creature, grave to hand, and deal 2 damage to any target. Stern Scolding to counter small creatures. Test of Talents to, same thing as Invasive Surgery. Just get that Show and Tell the hell out of there. Feed the Swarm, troublesome enchantments. Bit hard to do in black, so this is really nice to have. Roiling Vortex to, really just ping down and can even power our Death Shadows too. Back to Nature. Really, this is a new thing I'm trying with Omniscience, where if we follow this from a sorcery or whatever spell they play and they don't have an instant to follow it up with, and Omniscience is gone. Kroxa, body fueled by the graveyard, makes them discard, big boy. Unlicensed Herds to attack their graveyard. That's the Last Ride right there, the Shadow Ride. I keep saying that wrong. That's the Shadow Ride right there. That's what we're playing today. So we're going to go into some timeless matches. We're going to play 5 matches, and we're going to see, we hold up the 4-1 kid record, and how this deck does overall. So yeah, know what I'm doing here. Start the video. Start it! Ride until you die, all while getting high. That's the game we're playing right here today with Shadow Ride in Timeless Magic the Gathering, 5 matches, best of 3. We are putting it to the test to see if the extra last ride body in the last ride, or extra Death Shadow body in the last ride, in a Death Shadow build, makes a world of difference. And we're going to find out. But we need to find an opponent. One that doesn't, you know, knob gobble and waste our time. Okay, so keep this. A little dicey with the one land, but is what it is. Opponent plays a Flooded Strand. Pops the Flooded Strand. Grabs a Hedge Maze. Okay, it's show and tell. Alright, so we have to race here. Or find a counter spell. Pop the Bloodstained Mire. Grab a Steam Vent. Shock it into play. Play a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Pass the turn. So if we want to counter a turn 3 show and tell, we need to get a Stubborn Denial off this Brainstorm here. Opponent pops their Misty, gonna go grab themselves a Watery Grave and assemble the team. It's so easy, it's just so predictable, this deck. It's disgusting. And they don't tell me they have the Chrome Mox. No, they don't? Okay. We will play Brainstorm after we play a Polluted Delta. Brainstorm to the graveyard. None of those are a Stubborn Denial at all. We're going to put back the Blood Crypt and the Fatal Push. How many cards are in the graveyard? 3 now. We're going to pop the Bloodstained Mire. Grab ourselves a Watery Grave. Shocked. Play a Deathrite Shaman. And swing for 1. Hope they don't have the show and tell. Pass the turn. Opponent, what are you doing? Chrome Mox. Okay, they did have a Chrome Mox last turn. Interesting. I mean, that's why they were stalling. There's a... Okay, and we're gonna play our last ride and show me the... oh, it's just a Traxa. I mean, we could reasonably get rid of that if that's all it is. Let's see what this draw is like. We got 4 cards in the graveyard now. Okay. Opponent's gonna play another Chrome Mox. And a land, possibly. Probably. There's the land. And passes the turn. There's Stubborn Denial. You are a cock. Pop the Bloodstained or Polluted Delta. Grab ourselves a Blood Crypt. Shock it into play. We will... How many cards are here? 5. Play a Death Shadow. And... oh, God. How do we do this here? I guess we just pass the turn. Hold up the Stubborn Denial and the Lightning Bolt. We're going to get hit, but we can probably hit them back harder. Pops the Flooded Strand. Grabs an island. Plays Assemble the Team. Sure. Opponent gets something. Plays a Chrome Mox. Sure. Exiling what? Atraxa. Opponent's going for the attack. We can't do anything about it. We have to get something meaningful this turn. Exile. I was thinking there for a moment. Deep in thought. Flooded Strand, get a black source. Draw with the greed off last ride. And now they have to block if we attack with both. Play a Steam Vents tapped. Crew. Oh wait. What's our graveyard look like? Lands and instants. That won't do anything. Crew with the Shaman and the Chandler. Swing for 22. You have to block or you die. Born upon a wind. Yeah, no, that's not happening. You're not drawing anything. Not at all. No, sir. Mana drain. Fine, go draw your one card. Lightning bolt to the graveyard. There you go. And now you have to block. And there you go. And we will close out the turn by drawing a bunch of cards. Land, brainstorm, stubborn denial, lightning bolt, land. Island, draw 3 cards, surveil, bobble to the graveyard. Delirium. Play the bobble, surveil, bobble to the graveyard. Dragon, no, pop the bobble. Oh my god, if that last card isn't anything good in their hand, then we are set. Hold the lightning bolt, pass the turn, draw a card. Okay, draw land. They draw their land. They get their mana. Opponent. Struggling. Dig through time. Okay. Sure. You get 2 cards. Even if they're omniscience and show and tell, we're not really afraid, so, you know, do your worst. Opponent. Digs again. We're just gonna shoot you in the face right now and show you that we have... we're gonna keep the Bitter Triumph in case they show and tell in another Atraxa. And we win. Okay, Shocks in a breeding pool. What do you got? Dark Ritual. Show and tell. Dragon's Rage oh, okay. I didn't know what they were doing there. We had the Bitter Triumph if it was the Atraxa. Stern Scolding, Tested... I'm really impressed that we... Wow, that was awesome. That was really, really good. We ran through their show and tell. We were like, no, that'll make none of difference to us. We're going to... Back to Nature could work, because they could chain an instant into drawing a sorcery, which they can't cast at the moment, so the sorcery would go off first and destroy their Omniscience. Roiling Vortex is great against Omniscience. And then we'll cut... We cut the Fatal Pushes already. We will cut 1 Teamer Battle Rage, 1 Death Shadow, 1 Bauble, and the Deathrite Shaman. Run it back. Run and 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 run until you die. Opponent decide carefully how they're gonna proceed. I don't know why I'm talking like Forrest Gump. Papa. Or Southern Dimwit. I don't know what I was going for there. Honestly, we're gonna mulligan. This is no lands. One land, and it's, well, 2 baubles and a brainstorm. Alright, fine. I'll risk it. We're up a game. We can do it. We can afford it. Opponent. He's playing breeding pool past the turn. We will shock into play a watery grave. We will brainstorm. We will put back the lightning bolt and the swamp. And then play the bauble. Play the bauble. I'd rather do it that way than brainstorm after we've drawn the cards and see that we have no lands, and then just be stuck with those top 3 cards. At least we got a preview of what's to come. Okay, lightning bolt to our hand, and opponent draws, and we will a bauble. Pop in and look at your cards, and the Veil of Summer. Okay. Opponent plays a watery grave. Got the Dem Tutor. We draw. We draw. Back to nature. Wonderful. We don't have a green... Well, that doesn't get us a green source, so that's the problem. Fetch with the Scalding Tarn. Shock into play a Blood Crypt. Shock. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Pass the turn. Opponent. Boom, 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 boom. What are you doing? Did you not draw? Assemble a team. Okay, you didn't draw land. And plays a land, tap, pass turn. Okay, well that Stubborn Denial was an awesome draw. So we're going to, I guess, shock into play Blood Crypt. Lightning bolt your face. Put the Bowmaster in the graveyard. And pass the attack and pass the turn. Hold the Stubborn Denial. Opponent. Sitting on high on a Sunday morning. Plays the Assemble a Team. And grabs a card. Pops a Misty Rainforest. We're going to grab an island. Pass a turn. Hey, guess what? We hate you. We're gonna look in your hand. Bowmaster. No, I don't need a Bowmaster right now. Look at our hand. Take the show and tell. No. Play the Death Shadow. And a swing for 3. Hold the Stubborn Denial. And what are you gonna do? You use the Mastermind's acquisition on your to get another show and tell. There you can do. Is that what you're gonna do? I think you should do that. You're not gonna do that. Okay. Sure, do that. I hope it's a Chrome Mox and a show and tell. Because then they'll Chrome Mox or they'll just die. That's awesome. I love that. I love that even better when they just die. Okay, cool. So they died. That was awesome. We murdered show and tell. That was a hit job right there. Yeah. Way too intense about this. Let's get to the next game. What'd I get? I got a Dream Doing Transfer. Play. Match 2. What does the last Shadow Ride have to do next? Shadow Ride in. I feel like there's a song about that. Shadow riding. I feel like that's like a ride along that you don't know, that the driver doesn't know you're doing. Like, I'm gonna go do a shadow ride with this guy. Oh, really? What's his name? I don't know. I'm just gonna jump in his car and just see where he's going. Just hide in the back seat. Just breathe very quietly. And we're playing against AAPL. These names are they're not creative. There's no lands in this hand. We're gonna mull this. We're gonna keep this. Pitch the Teamer Battle Rage. Opponent plays a Watery Grave past the turn. We will play a Watery Grave as well, and a Bauble. Oh, they have any interaction in their hand. Interesting. Is this show and tell too? Are you show and tell? Yeah, you're not. You're strict Proctor decked. Interesting. Wonder what you're doing. Your Lotus Field or something? What is this? What is this Esper strict Proctor silliness I'm seeing? Chromox. Exile the strict Proctor? Okay. Oracle of the Alpha. Sure. You're gonna get the power 9, which is annoying. And we're going to go to our turn. We're going to play a Bloodstained Mire, and we're going to pass the turn, hold up the Fatal Push and the Counterspell. Well, not both, one or the other. Mox Pearl, sure. And we're gonna pop the Bloodstained Mire. Stifle. Well, then Fatal Push. There. You have 2 Watery Graves as a result. Nice, okay. Well, now we're gonna go back and get our land. We're gonna fetch. Now, because we know you're doing that bullshit. Grab our Steam Vents. And hold up the Counterspell past the turn. 4 cards in our graveyard. About to be 5, and then we can... Treasure Cruise, maybe? I guess. We'll see. Lightning Bolt your face. Memory Deluge. Well, we're gonna brainstorm first because we're that way. Nope. Treasure Cruise to the top. You get your 2 cards, and you get shot in the face. Isn't that a nice deal? 2 cards, shot in the face. Mishra's Bauble popped. Brainstorm on top. Pass turn. Draw a card. We get another Treasure Cruise. We knew that was there. Opponent plays a Flooded Strand and plays a Oracle of the Alpha, which we are going to... I'm going to counter that. I don't want you to have that. Brainstorms, okay? You gotta give it to him. He's playing fast and efficiently, so, I don't have a problem with that. Pops the Flooded Strand. Grabs a meticulous archive. And Oracle countered. Plays Mox Ruby. Pass the turn. We will start the turn. Straight cruising. We're going to cruise. We're going to booze. We're going to drink and drive. We're going to be dangerous. We're going to do illegal shit. Because that's just how we roll. We're cool kids. We don't listen to people telling us you can't do dangerous antipsychotics and also acid and drive. We're cooler than that. Pass turn on that note there. Okay. Brainstorm. Sure, brainstorm away. And what did you find in your storming of the brain? Nothing? Nothing at all. Well, that's just sad. Okay, we're going to go to our turn and play a Polluted Delta. I guess we'll continue to feed our graveyard and hold sturdy here with the Deathrite Shaman and all these counter spells we've got here. I'm going to say, no. No to that. No deluging for you, sir. Let's past your bedtime. What the fuck am I talking about? Plays a Chrome Mox, sure. Do you exile a card? Oh, is he gonna tap out for a deluge? That's gonna be really funny to counter. We're going to exile your one of your deluges. Countered. Actually, yeah, counter. And the target's fizzled. Fine, whatever. You don't get anything. Alright, we're gonna get a Blood Crypt into play. Shocked. Hopefully we'll draw a Death Shadow soon. Play the Bauble. Pop the Bauble on you. You got a Chrome Mox up top. That's awesome. 7 cards in there. We're going to float a blue. Exile our entire graveyard. And cruise away. A booley booley booley. And the Bowmasters was a nice draw, so we're going to hold and pass. And we're just gonna make them commit to this right away. Tap out right now. I command it. No, you may not have the thing you're trying to do. You get stubborn denialed again. Because I hate you. Orcish Bowmaster. Swing. And why don't we do a little eeksy peeksy in your hands here you got going on there? Oh, it's a Snapcaster Mage. Well, why don't we... Oh, their head exploded. I don't even know what they're playing. Some Oracle, the Alpha nonsense. Roiling Vortex would be good against them. I'm kind of at a lot. I just like that was just such a joke game. And I guess cut one Bowmaster and one Bauble. Run it back like that. I'm just so mad about it. This is just weird. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. The deck or, you know, whatever. But AAPL, everyone. Opponent. We will keep this. It says interaction. Opponent plays Watery Grave. Plays Chrome Mox. Exiles their Farewell. Pass the turn. We will play a Steam Vents and then play a Dragon's Rage Channeler and pass the turn. Opponent. And play the Flooded Strand. Gonna kill our Dragon's Rage Channeler and be spiteful and pass turn. We will pop our Scalding Tarn. Stifles our Scalding Tarn. And we will pass a turn. We will Brainstorm. And we did not draw a land. That is painful. Okay. Put those two back. And yeah, let's see how long we can hold on here. Get to Meticulous Archive. Pass the turn. We will pass the turn as well. Hold up the Stubborn Denial. Because that'll really... Yeah, exactly. This is just going to stick it right in your craw. Yeah, exactly. All your hate and you just... Repeat. Yeah. And we drew our land. We weren't... Okay, good. That's beautiful. Alright. Put those two back. Play Shotgun to play a Watery Grave. Play a Deathrite Shaman. Pass the turn. We've recovered. Oh boy. This is an interesting ride. Look, his head exploded. That's funny. Okay. Well, that ended up being a fun game actually. As I was saying, that was weird, but you know, he was a bit of a little character, wasn't he? He was a little guy. He was a little jealous, a little salty little dude. Yeah, he was a nut. All right, we're gonna go to game 3 here. Stop talking about AA, whatever is. He needs to go to Alcoholics Anonymous, whatever. Maybe there's a part of me that feels... No, there's not. Not a part of me that feels bad for him. No. No, 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 no. And what do you got? Zen Neuters. God damn it. That's okay. That's the best name I've seen so far. Zen Neuters. I love that. That's good. Good. Hi, Zen Neuters. Hi. I appreciate your name. It's funny. We're gonna play a Deathrite Shaman and a Bauble, and we're gonna. It's Zen Neuters. He's asking me to send nudes. A Galvanic Blast gonna kill our thing. Okay. And we're going to draw, and he's going to play a mountain, and he's going to kill our shaman. We saw that coming. Okay. On to the next thing. We're going to play a island and a last ride past the turn. I'm nervous about this brainstorm. I'm nervous. Don't want to be disappointed by it. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Scrambling Claws. That's annoying. We're going to brainstorm. It wasn't really that disappointing. Put back the Treasure Cruise and the Death Shadow. Reverse order. Surveilling. And opponent is going to exile something from our graveyard, I assume? Yeah? Okay. Or we have to. We have to make the choice. The Shaman. We will shock into play a Blood Crypt. Thoughtseize our opponent. Take the One Ring. Play the Bauble. Pop the Bauble on them. And pass a turn. Hold a Brainstorm. Because we're not having our Death Shadow get murdered instantly by playing it. No power yet. Dragon's Rage Channeler swings. And they're going to make us exile a card. We will exile a Bauble. And we're going to brainstorm. Lightning Bolt is a very good draw here. Put back one Lightning Bolt. Treasure Cruise on top. A bolt your Channeler. Bolt, 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 boom. And are you gonna bolt us? No? Demolition Field, though. Well, guess what? We have basics, because you're basic. And you're predictable. Use a basic, biatch. But thanks for shuffling our deck, though. We really appreciate that. That was actually a very nice thing for you to do. We're gonna pop our Polluted Delta. Grab ourselves a Watery Grave, shocked into play. We're going to play our Death Shadow. We're going to move to the... I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him here. Watch this. Watch this. End turn. Come on. Do it. No, you're not going to... Aw, you didn't... I thought they were going to bolt our Death Shadow. Okay. Grow the Death Shadow. Too late. And our turn. Opponent's gonna Demolition Field us. We are out of basics. So that's fine. It's not, but you know, whatever. We're not gonna do whatever. Alright. We are going to Thoughtseize our opponent. This is getting dicey. Are they going to... Okay. Oh, they're going to kill us now. Oh, wait, they can't. So they put us to 1. And then there's their land. Play our land. Play Treasure Cruise. Exiling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Please, Stubborn Denial. Please, Stubborn Denial. Please, Stubborn Denial. Please, Stubborn Denial. There wasn't a Stubborn Denial there. We're going to swing for 12. They just have to not draw anything here, really, other than a land. That's what needs to happen. Opponent. Exile Treasure Cruise. Opponent. Ragavan. Kills us. Okay. Mono red. Fine. Spell Pierce. Stern Scolding. Was there any sorceries there? No. I didn't see. I mean, not that there isn't going to be any, but Tested Talents. Yeah, that's all we'll do. Cut a Bauble, cut one Shadow, and Bitter Triumph. Run it back like that. The Mighty pairing with his name is very unnecessary. Zen neuters the Mighty. No. Play. We will keep. Play a Bloodstained Mire. Pop the Bloodstained Mire. Grab ourselves a Blood Crypt. Shock it into play. Play a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Play a Bauble. Surveil. Battle Rage to the graveyard. Bauble pop. Land, draw. Pass turn. Draw card. No land, though. That's not good. Opponent plays a land past the turn. We will play a Dragon's Rage Channeler. We are not drawing lands. This is not good. Swing for one. Pass the turn. Plays a Mage, Bane, Lizard. Okay. We will play a Polluted Delta. Pop the Polluted Delta. That says what? We will grab a Watery Grave. Shock it into play. What is that? A 2-drop. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Field of Ruin. Plays a Magda the Horde Master. We're gonna Stern Scolding that. And Surveil 2, take 1. Death Shadow to the graveyard. Delirium activated. Overgrown Tomb to the top. Counter Magda. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Pass the turn. Shock and Overgrown Tomb. How many cards are in the graveyard? 1. We will black. Orcish Bowmaster. The Channeler. And then swing for 6. Opponent plays a Magebane Lizard. Pass the turn. We will swing again for 6. And pass the turn. I think they're just dead. We will black. Float a black. Get a blue. Yep. This is beautiful. Get rid of one of these things. Surveil 2. And we're gonna take 2, of course. Brainstorm. Graveyard. Thoughtseize will keep up top. Magebane Lizard's dead. And go to our opponent's turn. Opponent. Counter the One Ring, take 1. And his head exploded. He's dead. Okay. We got this. We got this. Alright, keep it as is. Run it right back. Run it right back. Run it right back. Run it right back. intensity. Okay. Zed Neuters, we will defeat you. He's sweating. Gross. Opponent. Oh, God. We can't keep this hand, can we? No. Well, this is not much better, but we'll try it. Opponent plays a mountain. Plays a bauble. Pops the bauble. Plays a Ragavan. Pass the turn. Draws all the bauble. We will play, pop our Scalding Tarn. Grab ourselves a Steam Vents. Shock it into play. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Field of Ruin. Scrambling Claws. Makes us exile our bauble. And goes to the attack. We will block Ragavan with Dragon's Rage Channeler, because we have another one in our hand. Plays another Ragavan. Well, guess what? We have... Actually, you know what? We're just gonna kill it. Murder the Ragavan. Murder Von. There we go. And we're filling our graveyard, which is good. Maybe we can make this work. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Pithing Needle. What could you possibly be targeting with the Pithing Needle? One of my fetch lands? Don't say Polluted Delta. Scalding Tarn. Awesome. Well, guess what? I have a Polluted Delta. I have a Dragon's Rage Channeler. I have a Delta I'm gonna pop. And grab myself a Blood Crypt. Shock it and play. And play Death Shadow. Should I? Yeah, I will. 2 bodies. And we're closer to Delirium than them, so... Opponent swings, we will block with the Channeler. Trade. Main phase 2 up. And what is this? If you descended this turn, create a treasure. Okay. Well, you know how I feel about that? I'm gonna blow that up. Yeah. And then we're gonna treasure cruise all the way to next week. All the way until we die. Hey, you didn't get to exile the cards. Doesn't that suck? Swing with the Death Shadow. Boom. Pass to you. Opponent plays a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Pass the turn. They move to their upkeep and do what? You know we have basics, right? But, you know, whatever. That's fine. You do your thing. Draw. We will... Brainstorm. This Talent's an awesome draw. Put back Last Ride and... Last Ride, honestly. Because what we're going to do is we're going to shock into play a Watery Grave. Play a blood... float 2 black. Play a Shaman. And play another Shaman. And then we're gonna swing with good old Mr. Shadow. Mr. Bing Bang Maddow, Rachel Maddow, Rachel Rao, Bing Bang Shadow. Rachel Maddow is Death Shadow. That's funny. We're going to Galvanic or test the talents your Galvanic Discharge. No more of those ever again. No, we're going to remove them from your brain. That's right. Your brain has been removed of the term Galvanic Discharge. And and they're going to exile a card from our graveyard, and we're going to let them exile the Test of Talents, because we're done with that. Opponent draws. And then dies. That's... I mean, I wasn't expecting that to be the result of them drawing a card, but, you know, that's cool. That's awesome. I love that. That's lovely. That's lovely. You draw your card, you die. It's a risk of the main function of the game. Oh, boy. What a ride we're having today. It's the Shadow ride. It better be a ride. It better be a wild ride. And I hope I'm doing my job, and if I'm not, replace me. But you can't replace me because it's my show, so you're stuck with me, so I don't know where I'm going with this. War Sorcerer. Roman numerals. I don't know which... the War Sorcerer Super Bowl. There we go. Well, there's no blue in this hand, so we're going to mull. And this hand is much better, simply put. We just gotta wait for our opponent to decide that they let us go first, because that's the most interesting thing about this. But whatever. What do you... Hello? Could you decide on your hand, please? War, Sorcerer, Roman numeral, Super Bowl man. Keep, pitch the Battle Rage. Play a polluted delta. Pass the turn. The revolt trigger off the fatal push. We want the polluted delta pop for that, so we save it. Opponent, it's boring us. They're not doing anything. There they go. Plays Sacred Foundry. Plays his Thraben Inspector. We will pop the polluted delta. Shock into play a Watery Grave and push the Inspector off a bridge or something. I don't know. And our opponent plays a Bauble. Plays a Bauble. Plays a Bauble. They have 4 baubles in hand. Are you serious? That's absurd. Okay. You're going to look at the top card of our library 4 times. The same card. Okay, cool. Get your card draw value. Go ahead. Cool. So and now I have to wait for 4 bauble triggers on my turn 2. This is unheard of. Okay, we're going to play Polluted Delta and pass the turn. Now our Drown and Lock just counters anything at this point because they've filled their graveyard on turn 2, turn 1, or what turn 2, yeah. Plays a Arid Mesa, pops the Arid Mesa. Grabs themselves a mountain. And what are they doing? Burning Tree Emissary. That usually comes with a chain. I don't even want that chain to start. So we're going to pop the Polluted Delta, grab ourselves a Blood Crypt, shock it into play, and just say no to that altogether. No, thank you. Opponent. I don't know why they're still able to hold priority here. I don't know what they could... They don't have... What, do you have a Mox Amber or a Chrome Mox in your hand? What are you doing? Please proceed with the game. You sit down at your computer, open this app, decide, I'm going to play some Magic, and then just don't do anything? Like, what's wrong with you? Last Ride, kicked into play, hold up the Bitter Triumph, pass the turn. Opponent plays... Okay, so it was the Chrome Mox. Why didn't you just play it then? The element of surprise. It doesn't really hold much surprise when you're just being goddamn translucent about it. Got some goblins. And a bushwhacker. Well, this isn't good. So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3. Wait, other creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We get hit for 8. Let's see what happens here. Cool. And pass to us, and we draw a bauble. That's pretty much useless here. We're going to play a bauble. We're going to pop the bauble, I guess. We can't win this, can we? Because we block and then just be stalling for a turn until we die. Yeah, we're going to go to game 3. Cool. Lovely. Okay, so Spell Pierce, Stern Scolding, Test of Talents, Invasive Surgery, Collective Brute, not the Feed the Swarm. The little bitty itties deck. Yeah, I guess that's all we really put in. Cut what? Death Shadow, Bitter Triumph. I don't really have a sweeper for this deck. Teamer Battle Rage is a one of. Wait, what? What's the other Collective Brutality? We only have one of those? We're only running one Collective Brutality? That's weird. Oh, what else do we cut? This is tough. I guess one Lightning Bolt, one... I guess just cut the Brutality. Run it back. We're gonna hopefully just counter out the wazoo. Alright, we're on the play. Well, I'm going to keep this because Bowmaster snipes tokens. And we get the turn 1 Thoughtseize. This could play out poorly, but let's see what happens. Opponent had to mull. And is still wasting our time. I don't care if you win or not. Don't waste my time. Play. Pop the Bloodstained Mire. Grab ourselves a Blood Crypt. Shock it into play. Thoughtseize your ass. And we will take that Bushwhacker. Opponent plays an Arid Mesa. Pops the Arid Mesa. Got an Ice Cube. Decided to commit and chew it. So that's what I was doing there. So that is Convoke, and he did that, and that. We're going to play a Polluted Delta, pop the Polluted Delta, shock into play a Watery Grave, and Bowmaster your Epicure away. So you have less Convoking power. And pass turn. What does it say? Reveal at the top of the cards in the library. And put them in your hand. Okay. Weird in a Bushwhacker deck. I guess I get it, but it's very glass cannon-y. Plays an Ornithopter. Plays a Bushwhacker. And swings for 1 in the air and pass the turn. We will play a Deathrite Shaman. And then we will swing for 2. Opponent gonna take it. I thought we could trick them there, but whatever. Alright, opponent. Plays a Kadoltha Rebirth. We do not have a counterspell. Again, once again. Well, at least they don't have the Bushwhacker to pair with it, so. But they're going to Convoke, which is dangerous. Look at the top 6 cards of the library. Reveal 2 creatures with them. You got 1. It's a Burning Tree Emissary. So that's, you know... I mean, we're staring down a 4/4 right now, so that's not really a pleasant sign right now. But, alright. So let's see what we do here. Brainstorm. That Stern Scolding is so late. It's not even funny. Put back the Stern Scolding and the Overgrown. Yeah. No. The Overgrown Tomb of the Bloodstained Mire. Bloodstained Mire on top. We're gonna Thoughtseize you. We're gonna take your Burning Tree Emissaries. You have 1 less body. And then we're gonna hold the Teamer Battle Rage Stern Scolding past a turn. I think we can make it through this. Opponent full swings. We are going to double block and block. We'll take 4. And then we're going to pop the Polluted Delta. Grab ourselves an island. That was a Blood Crypt. I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Give our Orc double strike. I think we're just dead here, though. Oh, wait, that didn't even... Yeah, that... I miscalculated there. Whoopsie. Okay, well, you've got it, opponent. I think you've definitely got this one. Let's see what we draw, just for fun, though. That's not helpful. Okay, you got it, opponent. Okay, so that's our first loss of this one. Yeah. He blitzed through us. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? He just was faster. And in a deck where we're, and let's face it, in a deck where we're taking advantage of our own low life total, that's one of our weaknesses. A glass cannon deck like that can get just kind of like whoosh in for a bunch of damage later, and after we've already pained ourselves greatly, which speeds up the process for them a lot. So, you know, there's that. But we're on our 5th game here, and I'm confident that we can hold our 4-1 kid record, or reputation, or whatever we're calling this, against Moonkey Z. No lands. I'm not even commenting on the name. Yeah, this is good. We'll keep this. I'm hopeful this is passable for what we're playing against. I really want this to go well. If we ever get matched with an opponent, we got matched when if he responds, like, you know what I mean. You don't know what I mean. It's fine. We're gonna shock into play a Blood Crypt, get a Deathrite Shaman out, and pass the turn. Opponent. Yep. What are you doing? Okay, there's some life. I see some life. Okay, it's Affinity. Lovely. Opponent plays the Seed of the Synod and mocks it. It's the deck that you just play, dump your hand, and he's just like, struggling, hardcore. Retrofitter Foundry. Okay, you done dumping your hand? Hello. You have another person you're playing against. This isn't a computer. Please take action. For God's sake. Exile. No, first. Pop the Bloodstained Mire. Grab a Watery Grave. Shock into play. Exile. Bloodstained Mire. For red. When you let me. Because you're being super slow. Murder Emery. Boom. Dead. Alright, your turn. Opponent is gonna make a 4/4. Beautiful. Well, we're gonna murder it. Actually, you know what? We'll hold off on that and see what they cast during their turn. Opponent plays another artifact, land, see the synod, Chrome Mox, sure. Chrome Mox, exiling anything? No? Okay. Just gonna play it to play it. Have another artifact on the battlefield. Respectable. Fine. Cool. Whatever. Are you done with your turn? Please be done. Plays another. That took you that long to realize you're going to play something that costs 0 mana, that you're not even going to imprint something. I hate you so much. And now I regret waiting. Murder your creature. You got a Metallic Rebuke? Is that what this is? You can counter it? I'm trying to think of every reason why it could be that you're taking minutes on end to respond to things that I respond to within an instant. Is this a curse? Is this a nightmare? What's happening right now? Are you having a stroke? Okay, they had the Metallic Rebuke, like I thought. Okay. So, let it get countered. There you go. I hope it's worth being empty-handed. 11. Beautiful. We're going to play another Deathrite Shaman. We're going to play our Death Shadow. And we're going to pass turn. Opponent plays an Ornithopter. He's going to fix to get another 4/4. Beautiful. Opponent doesn't attack. Interesting. We are going to pop Bloodstained Mire. That was probably his biggest mistake, because his best chance there was to keep attacking, but I don't think that still works for him. Oh, we don't have enough cards in the... Oh, we only have 3. Okay, we will then get Loris to our hand, I guess. And hold up the Death Shadow and pass the turn. Opponent gonna sack their Ornithopter now to make a Construct. Or make a Servo. Okay. Opponent. Why haven't we drawn a Bowmaster yet? It's ridiculous. Can you please hurry up? Opponent gets the Aether Spellbomb. Continues to sit on their ass and do nothing. We will exile Bloodstained Mire for black, and then exile your Thoughtcast and make you lose 2 life. Okay. How do we do this here? The Battle Rage is a good draw. I just don't. How many cards we got? What do we do here? I guess we will pass the turn, hold up the Battle Rage, and just hold up the Death Shadow as a blocker. Opponent. Sacks his Servo to make a Thopter. don't know why he wants to save his Ornithopter so much. Just use that, get the other construct. He wants to have like, build for 4 and 3 4/4s in a weird way. Opponent swings for 1 in the air. We're gonna exile your Metallic Rebuke. Make you lose 2 life. There you go. And now you swing at us and we get a 6/6 and go to 7. Anything else? You're taking a long time to do everything. It's really annoying. Our turn. Beautiful. We are going to... shock into play of Steam Vents. We're going for it. Death Shadow. Swing in. Make a servo. Block with a servo. Trample. So that's 16 exactly right there. Then we took okay, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna play Loris and pass the turn. Opponent. Continuing to just be the most inefficient Affinity player of all time. Landlord Navigator. Okay. Are you done yet? Like, this is absurd. I don't like running over an hour in my videos like this. Opponent swings at us again for 1. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. Plays an Ornithopter. Cool. You lose 2 life. There you go. Make your construct. And you get a Magpie Freak. Whatever. Okay, so we're going to push the Magpie. No, we can't. We're going to push... Oh, what do we push here? How many cards we got right here? 1. Push the construct. And swing with Death Shadow. Come on, just let it go through. Let it go through. Be cocky about it. Come on. Do it. Do it. He's gonna block. Okay. Well, wait. 9, double strike. That's trample. I think we win here. And you lose. Oh, no. Well, close. Nope, wait. They are dead. That's funny. I got to. Okay. Okay. Affinity. Nonsense. Ancient Grudge. Colligan's Command. Roiling Vortex. Spell Pierce. Stern Scolding. 1 Death Shadow. 1 Deathrite Shaman. Oh, we're getting down to it now. This is it. This is what decides our record for the end of this video here. What did we cut? What did we cut? 1 Brainstorm. I'm just gonna cut the Deathrite Shamans, honestly. Not in this match. It doesn't. They're not we're not benefiting the same way as we would with like an opponent who has fetch lands. So I just don't see it's worth it in this one. We're going to keep this hand. This is good. Opponent plays a Seed of the Synod, passes the turn. We will play a Watery Grave and pass the turn. A Bowmasters was a great draw too. Opponent plays an island, plays an Aether Spellbomb, and passes the turn. We're going to Brainstorm. Put back the Swamp and the Steam Vents. We're going to Thoughtseize our opponent. I was debating doing the Roiling Vortex now, but Thoughtseize now makes more sense. And we're going to take that Retrofitter Foundry right out of your hand. And just out of basic Stifle Fear, we're going to pop our Polluted Delta now, grab ourselves a Blood Crypt, and pass the turn. Opponent. Pops their Aether Spellbomb to draw a card because they're desperate. Opponent plays a Darksteel Citadel. Plays an Emery. We didn't revolt this turn, so can't really utilize that. Opponent is wishing they could activate Emery right now, and full of fear that we're going to kill it, and rightfully so, because we are going to kill it. We're going to pop our Scalding Tarn, grab ourselves a Watery Grave, push Emery, make sure we tap that with the non-red one, and then Roiling Vortex. Opponent, take one. And opponent plays an island and passes the turn. We take one. Come on, Death Shadow. That's not Death Shadow. We're gonna pass the turn. Flash in a Bowmaster soon. Hopefully we can race this Roiling Vortex, because we kind of played on a low life for us. Opponent passes. We're going to play Bowmaster. They're going to Stern Scolding it. But why wait? Pop the Mire. Grab a Blood Crypt tapped. One, Drown the Lock. We will get Loris into our hand. Hold up, Drown the Lock, pass the turn. Loris might be able to help us balance out this Roiling Vortex that we've done to ourselves. Opponent passes the turn. Okay. That is good. Okay, we're going to play Loris. Come on. I know you got a counterspell. Oh, it's just, if it's just that, then I think we're good, because that means the other cards in your hand weren't usable for that, so that's awesome. I mean, I would hope that's what that means. We're going to counter the Stink to Stupor, and Loris is going to hit the battlefield. And we're gonna play a Steam Vents and pass the turn. Opponent, take one. Come on, stay on the battlefield, stay on the battlefield, stay on the... Oh! That is it. That is it. We rode until they died. We didn't die. We rode until they died. 4-1 with the Shadow Ride in Timeless Magic the Gathering. Lots of heads exploded. Lots of people died. Lots of people got salty. Wow, this was friggin' awesome. I'm very proud of this. So I guess in a way showed for, I guess, like, you know, the predominant amount of our matches that having another bout of Death Shadows is a good thing. That helps the deck. That's awesome. I love that. And it's exciting because I didn't think, you know, this was going to be a particularly breaking set for Timeless, but I'm at least seeing that there is some use for it. So that's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. Whew. I feel like my heart's gonna explode. Let's go to the end of the video. So, Shadow Ride. Wow, that was quite a adventure altogether. I think the games were really interesting in itself, and how this paired up against. We killed Show and Tell that first match. We murdered them. That was awesome. There were the wins we got here were really, really good and meaningful, and really I think made our opponents just look into a mirror and consider smashing it and shoving the glass down their throat. But that all aside, we went 4-1, kept our reputation. We had a loss against Bushwhacker, which we're pushing our life total down to a low level. We're running that risk of getting beat out by a glass cannon deck that comes in quick. That's just what the nature of it is. That's just what the nature of it is. But 4-1 with the Shadow Ride. We are the 4-1 kid. That's what we do. Or greater. We want to aspire for greater, but that's just what we've been dealing with lately, and we're not mad about that. What'd you guys think? Tell me in the comments. Share your thoughts. What deck do you want to see played next? Do you want to see me start going into Historic or Explorer or Brawl? Or are we cool riding Timeless right now? Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me how you liked the last ride. Tell me your experience with Death Shadow. All sorts of things. And that's the Bucket of Brew. I think I need speech therapy.